All right, this is Brad and Mike from Dallas Geek back for a new segment that we are calling Movie One Shot. This is where we give a quick 5-minute review of a movie. In this case, we're starting with the Marvel franchise, going over the pros, the cons, and our overall thoughts on it. And with Marvel, we're actually going to end the series with an overall podcast on the Marvel Universe. See what we think about how it all connects. So, today we're starting with the original Iron Man. So, Mike, what are the pros about the movie?
Robert Downey Jr., obviously. Very much brings the character of Tony Stark to life. Both the good and the bad. I actually liked Terrence Howard as the first choice for Rhodey. Wasn't bad. I know why they eventually went with Don Cheadle and everything like that. Let's see, what else? Gwyneth Paltrow, very whatever to me. There were definitely scenes in there where she got pretty annoying. I did like the introduction of Phil Coulson and S.H.I.E.L.D. and what that eventually led down the road to, but that was kind of like, that was a nice little introduction, because us nerds were like, oh, S.H.I.E.L.D.'s in this, that's kind of cool. And then, of course, Jeff Bridges was fantastic as Obadiah Stane.
Oh, yeah. I actually loved the villain in this movie. Aside from Obadiah, the terrorist that took Tony Stark hostage initially.
The reference to the 10 rings and the Mandarin and all that was pretty cool, yeah.
It was definitely I thought it was done very well.
Yeah.
I loved his workshop. I loved Tony Stark's workshop. The robots, the cars, just everything about it. I thought it was exactly what Tony Stark should have. And on top of that, Jarvis. I thought Jarvis was just cool. Both the way that they had him connect into the suit and the house, the personality seemed to fit perfectly, and I thought he seemed a lot more complete as a character than even Gwyneth Paltrow at times as Pepper. Pepper wasn't exactly a con in my book, but she wasn't
pretty
exactly
close.
a pro either. She was more of the in-between. And yeah, so what about the cons?
It's hard to find the cons in this movie, to be completely honest with you, other than maybe Pepper Potts, or at least who played her. I saw the director's cut, and it was longer. It was a little bit more detailed. But I don't necessarily think that was a good thing, because I think this movie was pretty good as it was. Didn't really go too over the top with it. Kind of told us the story of this guy that's basically a dick, really selfish, and doesn't really care about anybody else. And then he's kind of has his whole view of the world changed, and now he kind of has to repent for all of his past mistakes.
Oh yeah, I thought one of the few cons of the movie, I thought the final confrontation between Obadiah and Tony was a little lacking. There were definitely good parts about it, but overall, I was kind of hoping for a bit more. Especially the way that they finally got rid of him, it just felt a little anticlimactic. And I was hoping for a bit more oomph behind it. But aside from that, the movie was great. So overall thoughts?
Overall thoughts, we didn't know it at the time, but it was the launching point for the Marvel Universe, and it was a good launching point. It was a character that wasn't too, like, a lot of people always really liked the character, but he was never overly popular amongst comic readers. And it was really good to see that character get the big screen treatment and get it done so well.
Yeah. My overall thoughts on the movie were that great movie. Glad it worked out the way it did. I thought it was perfect, exactly as it was. And I thought it was one of the biggest contributing things to movies overall was its introduction of the after credit scenes. That it started a trend that has spanned so many other movies, so many other companies and franchises. I think that definitely says something about its ability to influence. So.
Yeah, it's definitely cool that anytime you go see a Marvel movie now, it's, oh, no, wait, we gotta wait to see what happens after the credits.
Oh, it's everybody.
Yeah.
Pirates of the Caribbean grabbed a hold of that. Spider-Man's grabbed a hold of that. X-Men. I mean, everybody has really started to find the benefit of that one little teaser at the end to either finish off a tiny part of the story when everybody thought it was done,
or set up for the next one.
Exactly.
Yeah.
It's perfect. So, yeah, that's about it. This is Brad and Mike with Dallas Geek, and that's our one-shot.